Hello, I am your host, Mr. Fixit from ES Repair. In this video, I will introduce you to MiniTool Power Data Recovery Personal Deluxe. It's a powerful data recovery program to help recover important data as a result of deleting, reformatting, operating system crashes, virus attacks, hard drive failures, data corruption, and so on. I did a review on MiniTool Power Data Recovery 4 years ago, and I've been using the program to recover my data ever since. It's 100% safe and works on Windows 7 or higher, as well as Mac OS X versions 10.5 and higher. It can recover data from hard drives, solid state drives, flash drives, CDs, DVDs, digital cameras, flash memory cards, USB drives, music video players, even RAID systems, and so on. You can recover documents, archives such as zip files, pictures, audio, video, emails, and more. It supports drives that's been formatted using the FAT12 1632 or the NTFS, the extended FAT versions 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the HFS Plus filing system, which is used by Macs. The MiniTool Power Data Recovery Personal Deluxe also comes with the MiniTool Bootable Media Builder to create a bootable CD or USB drive in the event your computer fails to boot, as well as free lifetime upgrades and 24/7 support by email and phone. You can also try the MiniTool Power Data Recovery for free to recover up to 1 gigabyte of data. To recover more than 1 gigabyte, you will need to purchase the MiniTool Power Data Recovery Personal Standard or the Deluxe, which comes with the MiniTool Boot Media Builder. If you have 3 PCs, I would recommend buying the Personal Ultimate. Now, the program itself will pay for itself. So, in the event that your computer ever crashes, or if you have a hard drive or some memory cards that you need to get data off of it, you can't get data, you can't read it or anything. This is a great tool, and as I said, I've been using it for 4 years. It's been really, really good. Especially when Windows 10 does an update, and I know some of you have had that case to where your computer will no longer boot. Well, in that event, this will save you a lot of trouble, because with the Bootable Media Builder that the Personal Deluxe comes with, you can be able to boot up your computer without needing to have this take it to a computer store to have them get the data off of it. This will help you get that data so you can repair your computer. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you on how simple this program is to use. The program that you're looking at now is the version 8.1. It was just released about a month ago. They did make a lot of changes to this. I don't know if y'all remember seeing my previous video that I've had. They changed a lot of the stuff in the software. Most of it now is fully automated. You don't have to do anything except pick and choose what drive you need to recover data from and select the files that you need to recover. Now, this is the main screen that you'll see when you start it up. This right here, if you've done a previous scan result, you can load a previous one, or if you need to load one that you did previously, this is where you will go to load a previous scan, which I'll show you how to do momentarily. You also do removable disk drives. This will show you all your removable drives. This shows all your hard drives that you have connected in your computer, which, as you can see, I've only got one. And also, this is one of the things I liked about this software, is a lot of you who still use CDs and DVDs, especially the rewritables, this software does a really good job at recovering data from those storage medias. And there's very few data recovery programs out there that can actually recover data from these storage medias. And that's what I like about this software. Because I do have CDs and all that I still use, but if the burn goes bad, or something happens during the burn process, this can help me recover that data. Now the other thing is, if you look up here, this icon here, this is the bootable edition of the MiniTool Power Data Recovery. This is in the personal deluxe version, and I'm going to show you how to use it. And it comes in real handy in the event that your computer will not boot as a result of a virus, or an update failure, or some kind of problem with your computer as to why it won't boot up. This will definitely help you get your computer up and running so you can recover your data. And I will show you how to use it later in this video. Over here you have the support. So if you do need help from MiniTool with some issues or problems with a program, you can use support. Now if you're using the free version, you can click the shopping cart, and if you want to, you can buy it. The free version will give you 1 gigabyte of free data recovery, but you can get unlimited recovery if you buy the software. And I do highly recommend buying it. You also have the register. So once you buy your software, then you can click here to enter the registration key that they'll give you. Over here is your language, which you can choose what language you need. Right now they support English, German, and Japanese. You can also get online help. If you need some help using the program online, you can. Data backup, this is one of their new programs that they have. It's called Shadow Maker. It's a program that you can use to help back up your computer. And it's always a good idea to back up your computer. Now, to help us translate, this allows them, if you want to help them translate the program or the language into, say, your language, then you can help them translate the software into your language. And the About, of course, tells you what version of MiniTool that you're using. Now, this one here is the 8.1. So let me go ahead and I'll show you how simple this is to use. Now, this right here, which is the CD, which I like, I have been testing this out, and there's a lot of CDs that I use. A lot of you folks out there are still using the CDs, DVDs. Well, this right here will help you recover files from those devices. You simply just put a disc in. Now, I've got a rewritable disc that I put in. And what I'm going to do is have it scan the disk. As you see here, once the scan is completed, it shows you the files that it's found. And you can choose by the type, archives, audio, video, pictures, like we're going to do JPEGs. And what this does is it's going to show you a preview. This is everything that was on the CD drive. And like I said, this works great when it comes to CDs and DVDs, especially the rewritable ones. So anytime that you have one of the discs that you can't read data on it, try this software and see if it will read the data. Never hurts to try it for free, because like I said, you have up to 1 gigabyte. And a CD only holds about 700 megabytes. So if the software works what you need for your CD, go for it. Now you can also export your list for CDs, and then all you have to do is save the file. It's going to put it in a text format, and then you can keep a list of everything that it's found. And again, we'll do the same exact thing as we did before. Just select the files that you want. You can select this box here and it will choose everything on here. And then you just choose Save. Now keep in mind when you look down here, this is going to show you how many files that you have selected. be sure that you do have enough space on the drive that you're going to save it to. Once you're done, select the folder, and then choose OK. Once you're done, you just click on the link and it will automatically open the folder, and you'll find where it's found some more files. And that's all there is to it. As you can see, it's very easy to use. It's very simple. It don't require a lot of experience with this program. You just pretty much point and click so you can recover your data. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to create the bootable media. Now you have to have either the Personal Deluxe or the Personal Ultimate in order to have this feature. Now I do recommend that you at least get the Personal Deluxe. If you have 3 computers, then get the Personal Ultimate, because it does come included with the bootable media. And what you'll do is you'll see this icon down here or this icon up here, and when you click it, it's going to ask you to select a media, and then you'll choose options. This right here is going to have specific drivers. You have to have certain drivers in order to create the boot media. And what this is assure that your computer does have the necessary drivers to boot it up so you can access the certain functions. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead, and I do have my Intel chipset. That's what allows it to work with the computer and everything. Now, if there's any additional drivers that you may need, you can go ahead and choose add drivers if you know the drivers that you'll need for a particular hard drive or flash memory. Most of it should be automatic. Now, if you're having any other software or any other devices connected, you can choose detect drivers. And what this will do is select any drivers that is compatible to work in the portable edition of Windows. Now once you have it selected, choose Next. Next, you're going to choose the destination. Now an ISO file can be used to burn to a CD at a later time. If your computer doesn't have a CD drive, which a lot of these new computers do not, you can use a USB flash stick or a flash disk, which I do have one plugged in. If you do have a CD drive, then you can use a CD burner or a blank CDR to create the disk. Now if you don't, you can use ISO and then copy the file to another computer, and then you can create or burn the disk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a CD. Now it's going to ask you if you're sure that you want to burn the CD. Yes, I do want to burn it. Now depending on your computer, it's going to take a little time, usually about 10-15 minutes. And it's going to create the environment, and then it's going to burn it to the disk. Now once the disk is finished, now you can take it out and put it in the computer and let it boot from the CD. And let me show you how we're going to do that. Now the first thing you need to do while the computer is on is you need to put the disk or your flash drive plugged into the computer. And you want to be able to restart the computer. Now when the computer restarts, you're going to see a screen something like this. This is the post screen. And what happens is your computer gives you the option to make any changes to the computer. Now you'll see something like this prior to Windows 8. This one here, most of those computers will use either the F5 key or the F8 key, which you see the F8 key on this screen here allows me to go to the boot menu. Now when you press the key, you should come to a screen like this. This screen here, which is allowing you to choose a specific boot device to boot your computer from. In this case, I can choose either a CD-ROM drive or I can use my USB flash drive that I have plugged into the computer. So you want to make sure that you can either plug the drive in or get your CD in the drive and restart your computer, so you'll be able to use this menu box. And then what you do, of course, you just use the arrow keys on the keyboard, select the drive that you want to boot from, and then press enter. Now, with some computers, they do also be able to detect that a CD or a DVD that's in the drive is bootable. And you should see a screen something like this. If the disk is bootable, then this message will pop up for about 5 seconds. All you need to do is just press any key and then the computer will boot up. Now, Windows 8 and Windows 10 do have the ability to try to repair themselves. Now, for those of you who are in Windows 8 or Windows 10, you may see a screen such as this, to where the startup repair was unable to resolve the computer's problem. Well, if this is the case, what you want to do is click on Advanced Options. Now, you're going to come to a screen such as this. This one here is an example, and it's going to say choose an option. And you'll see something like continue, use a device, troubleshoot, and turn off your PC. Now, if your computer does have that ability, you will see use a device. And what you want to do is you want to click on that option. When you click on the option, you're going to see a menu like this. It's going to say use a device. It's going to give you the option to use a USB device, or it's going to give you an option to use DVD, CD-ROM. All you have to do is select the device. Now, I do recommend, if all possible, that your computer can boot from a USB flash drive to use that flash drive. Now here you'll come up to the screen here. Now if the program doesn't already start, then you will see this screen here. And what you'll do is go to the very top and you'll choose MiniTool Power Data Recovery and then start the program. You'll see the screen come up while it loads. Now, as you can see, the screen looks very similar to what we saw earlier. This is the Bootable Media that we're running now. You'll also see the message here in the lower right about their backup software. Now, as you can see, this computer will show all the drives that's on the computer, including this one here, which says boot. This is because we're on the bootable disk right now. Here you can reload your previous scan. If you did a previous scan on your computer, you can load it from here. Or you can load it manually if you have it saved elsewhere. Here you can choose all your files or all your drives. You can also do movable disk and hard drive. Now, if you do come across with a flash drive or a hard drive that is having trouble being read by Windows, or if it shows up as unallocated, or you're getting error messages or nothing happens when you plug the drive in, this would be a good way to go. Just load the boot media up to your computer like I did here, and then you should be able to access all the data on that drive. And if your computer won't boot up, of course, I showed you how to get into this screen here. And as you can see, your removable drives, your hard drives, anything that you have connected to the computer, you should now be able to recover the data. Now keep in mind, do not save the recovered data to the drive that's failing. You want to make sure that you have another drive that you can store the data onto. Now once you're finished using the software, all you have to do is click the X in the upper right and then confirm that you want to exit. Now when you do recovery on your data, do not save the data onto the drive that's going bad. You want to save it onto another storage media that you can use to save your recovered data. Now if you need to, you can also load some additional drivers. You can also load the command console if you need the the command line to run tasks. Now down here about at the bottom, the initiator, you don't have to worry about that. Now once you're finished, you can go ahead and click shutdown, and then you can proceed from there and the computer will shut down. Well, I'm your host, Mr. Fix-It. I hope this video was helpful. Again, this is a software I trust and recommend to all my viewers. You can also get it in the video description below, so you can try it out for yourself, or if you want to buy it, you can. If you have any questions or problems, you can contact MiniTool to find out what kind of technical issues you're having so they can help you. And I want to thank you for supporting our channel. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. Well, I'm your host, Mr. Fix-It. This has been a presentation by ES Repair. Thank you for watching.